Ciao e benvenuti al corso. Sono Laura e sono molto contenta di averti qui. Hello and welcome to the course. My name is Laura and I'm so happy to have you here. So before we get started, I'm just going to do a brief overview of the course and we're going to go over a short outline so that you know what to expect as you go through the units and the modules. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, here's an overview of the course. So what is the main goal of this course? Grammar Fundamentals is meant to give beginner Italian learners, whether self-taught, in school, or taking lessons, a solid introduction to the basics of Italian grammar and sentence construction. Okay, and I just want to point out here that I'll be doing a lot of reading of the slides because I find it very difficult to listen to what somebody is saying and to read something that's different from what they're saying. So I find it easier to comprehend what what the information is if I can hear it and read it at the same time rather than trying to choose, one or the other. Okay, how is this course structured? I've organized the lessons into a Q&A format, addressing simple questions that most books and teachers fail to thoroughly explain, which can cause a lot of confusion and frustration, especially for new learners like you. In Unit 1, we'll cover some of the basics of Italian language. In Unit 2, we'll go over 9 fundamental elements of grammar. And in Unit 3, you'll be introduced to the basics of sentence building so that you can put it all together. Each module, plus Unit 1, is followed by a short multiple choice quiz. Okay, so this will help you assess how well you've understood each module, so you may want to take some notes. And I just want to point out that these quizzes are for your own benefit, okay? They're not going to be turned into me and graded and returned back to you, anything like that. Once you choose an answer, they're all multiple choice. Once you choose an answer, you'll be shown if the answer was correct or not, and a little explanation to make sure that you understand why that was the correct answer. Okay, I've also included a 2-part study guide in PDF format at the end of the course. This includes a list of first 225 words to learn that I've covered throughout the course, and a course recap of the main points from each module, which I've compiled from the quizzes. Okay, so these words, I'm going to go over them in the corresponding modules at the end of those modules, and I'll go over them with pronunciation practice. Okay, so you can follow along with me. And then I also have them all in a PDF format so that you can save them or print them out or whatever you want to at the end. Okay. Do I need to complete the modules in order? That's a good question. Ideally, yes, but of course you don't have to. This course has been carefully planned out and is meant to be followed in order as the topics progress logically from start to finish. You can always go back and review any topics you'd like to spend more time on later. Okay, so I did put a lot of thought into how this course is organized, and the way that I have organized it, I believe, is easiest and the most beneficial way to follow the contents and the information. But like I said, if you really want to jump around, you can, but ideally you should follow it all in order. Okay, course contents. So we are on the welcome and introduction, and we're currently doing the course overview. And then we're going to go into Unit 1, which is the basics. And then we're going to jump into Unit 2, which is 9 fundamental elements of grammar. Okay, and now I've organized it into a module for each of the 9 categories. So Module 2.1, we have subject pronouns, and then verbs, articles, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions and connectors, and finally object pronouns, both direct and indirect. Okay, and don't worry if you don't remember what any of these are yet in English. We do go over everything first, what they are in English before explaining their corresponding parts in Italian. Okay, and then we have Unit 3, Sentence Building 101. Okay, so this is where we're going to put everything that you've learned up to this point to use, and you can see how it all fits together. So Module 3.1, we have structural sentences. I'll introduce you to 3 different types of sentences that are based on their structure. And then we have functional sentences. Okay, once again, just 3 different types of sentences based on their function. And then finally, we have how to build your own sentences. Okay, so I'll give you some examples of how to put together the different elements of grammar into a sentence, and then you'll even get a little bit of practice on your own so that you start to feel comfortable putting together your own sentences from scratch. Okay, and then finally, I have a study guide. Once again, they're downloadable PDFs. Okay, so these are not video lessons here. This is just a PDF for you, which consists of your first 225 words to learn, and a course recap, okay, which is compiled from all the correct answers from the quizzes. Okay, and then we have congratulations, you've completed the course. Now what? So at this point, once you are done with the course, you may be wondering what to do next to continue your Italian studies. So I just have some suggestions for you so that you can, continue on your path and reach all of your Italian language learning goals.